So that was not a bad movie, I'll have to admit. And as you probably know, Trolls World Tour was the first released movie on video on demand because movie theaters are not open because of the coronavirus. All new released movies are going to be on demand. And Trolls World Tour bombed. Now, I'm not going to say any shade about Trolls World Tour. I'm just going to say that I didn't enjoy the first one, which doesn't mean that the second one isn't half bad. So, with that being said, today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new animated Scooby-Doo movie titled SCOOB that released on the 15th. So, with that being said, let's roll the intro and take a look at SCOOB. So this movie acts as an origin story for the characters that we loved from the cartoons and everything like that. So I really kind of didn't enjoy this movie. Mainly to the fact that the characters didn't really seem to be doing anything. Even the superhero character of Captain Falcon, sitting like a pussy bitch, hiding while there's a villain running around causing mayhem. Your job as a superhero is to go and beat the shit out of the villain. That's your job. Anyway, so the story mainly acts as an origin story to the Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. gang, and it shows us how they met each other. You know, on Halloween night of all places, how they met each other when they take down their first criminal, their first villain, and yeah, that was pretty cool. And then after that, we get them trying to, make their job into an actual business. So they go with Simon Cowell. He's the guy from America's Got Talent, if I remember correctly. The the cartoon character, looks nothing like Simon Cowell, but whatever. And so he's saying, "Oh yeah, you guys all contribute something." Daphne is, the beautiful one. She can talk your guys' way out of stuff. Velma's the smart one, and Fred is like the muscle. And these two have to go. And they're like, "Why? They're our friends." And he's like, "Well, because it's friendship's not going to get you anywhere. They don't do anything. They don't contribute anything to what you guys are trying to do here. They sit and they hide while you guys do all the work." And so that leads them to, be all miserable. And then they leave and they go over to the bowling alley to hang out, where the bowling balls and bowling pins start transforming into these scary looking robot creatures. And then they get taken by Dynamite and Captain Falcon. And then that leads to basically the movie just going in its own direction from there. I know that these are technically Hanna-Barbera characters, interacting in the Hanna-Barbera movie. You got things like Captain Falcon, Dynamite, Captain Caveman, that shark character, I forget his name. So yeah, there's a lot of references to other Hanna-Barbera properties, but whatever. I like the end part of the movie where they find out that Dick Dastardly is trying to create a portal to hell to bring back his pet dog Muttley, and they accidentally end up bringing. I don't even think it was accidentally. They end up summoning Cerberus. Now, this is what I think is so weird about this. This is a kids' movie, and they're talking about demons. Even the characters refer to Cerberus as the hell, as the no, not the hell. Sorry, I cannot talk. As the hound, and it's like, oh my god, you're talking about demons in a kids' movie? What? Now, those of you who don't know what Cerberus is, Cerberus in ancient Greeks legends and stuff like that is supposedly the guard dog to the underworld. She is a three-headed hellhound. She is massive and she's huge. And I like how the way they kind of took Cerberus, made her fearsome, but at the same time they made her kind of funny and kind of like they made it likable. They didn't just turn it into a monster. They turned it into a classic Scooby-Doo monster where they made it kind of spooky, but at the same time it was funny and enjoyable. And I really like that. And the whole third act of the movie is them trying to get Cerberus back into the underworld so that they can unlock it in there and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean the movie is It's an okay movie. I just think that they should have dropped the Hanna-Barbera stuff because there was so much of it. It kind of took away from the Scooby-Doo story, but I understand why they did it. It's a fan service for the fans who enjoyed all those cartoons back in the day, and I understand why it needed to be done. Other than that, it was pretty good. This movie's full of pop culture references as well, making it really cool. And I really like the origin story that really tells you about Scooby and Shaggy's friendship, and even the friendship with their other friends, such as Velma, Fred, and Daphne. And I really like how in the movie, the way they meet is actually pretty cool. So Scooby and Shaggy are, having a great Halloween together, and then they meet Fred, Velma, and Daphne, and then they go into the haunted house and they meet their first villain, their first fraud. Because if you don't know, all of the monsters that they unmask in Scooby Doo are all basically people trying to scare other people for some financial gain, and that's basically what their first thing was. And I really like how in the end of the movie, their actual first challenge was actually fighting a monster that wasn't fake. Like in the movie, the Cerberus is actually confirmed to be very real. Cerberus is a very real threat, and I like how they kind of just threw it back into the into hell and then locked the door on it. But that was pretty cool. And I like how during the first part of the movie, when they finally grow up and they start solving mysteries together, they have a full like collage type looking scene where they have all the characters, running around being scared by monsters and stuff, and they have the Scooby Doo "Where Are You" theme playing. Like, oh my god! I was like telling my mother because I watched it at my mom's house because I spent the weekend there. And I was like, this is reminds me just of the old days. I haven't heard this song for years. So that was pretty much my review of the Scooby Doo movie that just came out. You guys should definitely check it out if you're into Scooby Doo or Hanna-Barbera. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care. And I'll see you guys in the next video.